Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Oh boy, this week has been a nightmare. Just back to back. It's great. I'm doing just fine. The worst thing that happened this week is that my phone broke. My phone just stopped charging, and all of my pictures and all of my videos and everything is gone. Like, I don't have access to it. Like, I should have saved that on my SD card, because it does have an SD card, but I didn't, because I'm like, oh, this phone is going to last me another year. Because usually my phones last me 2 whole years. But no, this one only lasted a year. Only a year. So now I lost all of that, and I bought a new phone. I bought a Pixel 3 extra large, because I always wanted to buy the Google Pixel, and it was like $200. I think it was like $250 for it. Because that's like an older version of the Pixel. I'll see if it does anything. I should have thought about a better phone, something different. But alas, I ended up with the Google Pixel 3 extra large. And in the not pink color, which is actually pink. Man, my phone is gone, and it's making me angry because I really, really like that phone. I really, really liked it. It was one of the first phones that I researched really well to get, and, like, I was super excited for it, and then, like, I loved that phone. It was so good, and then it just stopped charging out of nowhere, and so now until my new phone comes in, I have to use an old one from like 4 years ago that's like tiny. And I don't have access to my bank, which apparently I went from $600 to $29 in the span of a week. I don't know how, but I did. Like, I have no clue. I bought this fucking, like, wireless charger to check on my phone to see if it'll work on my phone. But it doesn't. And it didn't even work for my mom's phone. So I'm gonna return this later on today, because it is a useless piece of technology. And I've been using everything's breaking, okay? Like, I have rechargeable batteries for my Xbox controller. And the charger broke, so now I have to use a cable to connect to my controller, and that is also the only cable that I can use to charge my old phone. So I can either use I can't charge my phone while also watching TV. And I bought a couple of months ago, I bought a gift for my friend. It was a pre-order. I bought it online from Good Smile Company. I bought them something cool. It was a pre-order, and I totally forgot about it. And now they charged me, but my bank was like, yo, this is strange purchase. Did you do it? And I'm like, I don't remember a purchase of $54. So no. And then I researched, and I realized that it was the pre-order that I made like 3-4 months ago. And now I'm not gonna get the pre-order because there was a failure on the payment. And now I'm pissed and I'm angry. And why is my life such a nightmare? Why do I always do everything wrong? I can't do anything right, ever. Nothing. No, I can never do anything right. Everything has to be a nightmare. Everything has to be done wrong for it to be me. Like, I can never do anything right. Everything I do is wrong. Everything I do is just not, like, I don't get it. Like, nothing that I ever attempt to do, I do it right. I try learning how to draw, I'm awful at it. I try learning how to play the guitar, I'm awful at it. I try to go to college, I'm failing all my classes. I try to go to work. I try to work, and I try. Like, listen, my job, like, I like working at a Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not gonna work there forever, but I like working there. But sometimes you just wanna, like, not work with some people. There's this one guy that I just cannot handle working with him. He's too much of a mess. I like, when I work, at least when working at a Dunkin' Donuts, I like to stay in the same place. So I'm either doing sandwiches, or I'm taking orders, or I'm cashing out, or I'm doing drinks, but not all at the same time. And then when I work with some people, everybody's doing the same thing. Like, there's two people doing the same coffee. There's some food that we need. Some food's handed to the wrong person. And I just can't, because, like, I'm like, before you give people shit, ask them what they have. Make sure, look at the order, and make sure that whatever they ordered is in that bag. Don't just hand people shit. And there's a lot of people at work that fail to understand the fact that don't just hand people shit. Ask them what they have so that you don't give them the wrong items. Be like, hey, was this your order? Okay, I'll get it all for you right away. But no. People just hand them random shit. Like, I'm just not having a great week. I just did not have, well, I didn't have a great week. This is the beginning of a new week. Let's see how this one goes. Thankfully, for one of my classes, I had missed an essay because I missed that day. But the teacher was like, listen, I'm gonna make an exception for you because I like your writing. Bring me what's missing next week and I'll give you the grade. And I'm just like, yes, I promise I won't. I promise it won't happen again. And she was just like, all right, it better not happen again because I'm not doing this again. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. It was an essay about, I was supposed to write about, like, a show or, like, a movie or show that, well, there were a lot of different prompts, but I chose the one that, like, oh, why this show is good or bad, and I chose to write about why Violet Evergarden is a good show. Because I really like Violet Evergarden. Top 10 anime. It's so good. It's so good. If you want to watch something that has, like, it's a lot of, like, emotional and, like, emotional storytelling where they talk more through the atmosphere and, like, and the animation than words themselves. And they do talk through words a lot as well, because it's literally a show about interpreting emotions into words. So it's really good when it comes to, telling you what emotions are and showing you through visual cues. And it's just so good. The animation is one of the best. It is such a beautiful anime. It is so pretty. Holy shit. One of the best animations I've seen in a long time. It is so good. It is so, so good. Like, everything is a Sakuga. Like, it's so good. It's so well animated. Like, every frame has so much for it, like, going for it. It's such a good anime. Watch it. It's on Netflix. You can just watch it on Netflix. Violet Evergarden. Please watch it. You won't regret it. You'll love it. I know. It's such a good anime. But alas, I wrote an essay about that, and then I have to turn that in next period. Well, I have to turn in the outline next period, and then the period after that, I have to turn in the essay. I don't know why she won't just take both since I'm done with them both, but whatever. I don't care. I'm done with both. And then there's, like, this other thing that I got to do by the end of today. I have homework that I haven't done yet. For that same class, too. I have to do, like, a bibliography about Halloween and its origins or some shit like that. I don't know. I just want to throw myself off a bridge. Just yeet backwards. Just yeet myself backwards so I can fall like an anime and just die in the most epic way. Just explode as I reach the ground. Well, the only things keeping me sane are Shiny and Twice right now. Like, every time that I just feel bad, I'm just like, I'm gonna go listen to some Shiny or some Twice and just keep my brain off. Just shut it off and just chill. Like, I've been chilling way too much lately, like, way too much. I've been chilling. Um, if you know what chilling means, good. If you don't worry about it. It's not important. But yeah, no, this week has just been a fucking nightmare. It's just been, like, I don't know. There's not much to say because everything has just been so bad. Like, yesterday after, like, at, like, 10 or something at work, I was just so done with everything. I was just like, I just want to go home and sleep. And then when I got home, I couldn't sleep because my mom wanted to go out. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's go out. We went on 8. And then I went to go check to see if they could fix my phone at the AT&T place. They couldn't. He couldn't figure out why my phone was broken. And, like, I know it's the battery. Like, I don't know if it's that the battery won't charge, but I think it's just the phone just doesn't want to charge. I don't know. It's broken. It's done. There's nothing I can do about it. Just get a new phone and restart everything. Like, there's just, like, I'm so mad. I'm just so angry. I'm so sad. Like, I just want to have a week where I don't have to do anything at all. And I had those kind of weeks. I had 3 whole months of me not doing shit. With no responsibilities, no work, no school, no nothing. And I wanted to do something. And now that no matter what happens, I'm gonna be depressed as hell. Remembering, I haven't taken my medication today. Alright, give me a second. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. I had to take my medication because I had totally forgotten to do that. But even through my medication, I'm still depressed as hell. I still want to throw myself off a bridge. I'm not going to, but I want to. I very much want to just yeet myself off a fucking bridge. Just end it all. I'm not going to, but I wish to. Anyways, what else has happened this week? Nothing. It's literally been an eventless week with a lot of shit happening all at the same time. It's like a lot happened, but nothing happened at the same time. Like, school was fine. Same as every other day. Nothing big. Like, we had, fake interviews at school for one of my classes. We just had to do, a fake interview, and the lady was like, hey, you did alright. And I was like, alright, neat, cool. What else? And then the teacher was like, oh my god, you did so good at presenting. Were you nervous? And I'm like, I was so nervous. I was about to cry. And she's like, well, you didn't look like it. You did pretty good. And I'm like, okay, that's good to know. I did a presentation. We were supposed to do, a presentation, an ad for a merchandise or some shit. Some sort of, radio ad or, what was it called? It was called, a sales pitch. We were supposed to do a sales pitch for, whatever. She didn't care as long as we did a sales pitch about something. So I, being the weeb that I am, made a sales pitch for the Nerve gear from Sword Art Online. I was like, yeah, come play, be the hero you were meant to be, and play, and fucking buy the Nerve gear, and die. That was my sales pitch. It's like, here, you want to be the hero of your own story? Buy this. And come fly with us in Alfenheim Online. Or shoot people. Or shoot, aliens and shit in Gun Gale Online. That was my sales pitch. That was legit my sales pitch. It was 40 seconds of me just talking about the Nerve gear. And then I just went, I got an A on it. I just got an A. And then I just did whatever. It's fine. But yeah, no, that was that. Let's see, what else? What else happened this week? I also, I was watching, the ending of, Fruits Basket, because I had totally forgotten about the last season. I hadn't forgotten about it, I just hadn't watched it. I was like, oh, I'll watch it eventually, and then I did. But I like binged it, and then I was really tired. I was like it was my time to sleep, and I was like, oh, it's the 12th episode. I'll watch it up to 12. That's the ending. No, it has 13 episodes, so I have yet to watch the last episode. Like, all the curses are broken now, but what's gonna happen in the ending, I don't know, because I have yet to watch it. Like, before, like, I used to watch anime, like, every day. Every single day. Now, I barely manage to watch one anime a week. Because I'm just like, I don't know. I still love anime more than life itself. But I don't watch it as much as I used to. I don't know why. Maybe it's my ADHD where I like to rewatch comfort anime. Like, I've rewatched Yu-Gi-Oh! A bajillion times. I've rewatched Sailor Moon a bajillion times. Like, every time I want to watch anime, I just rewatch Sailor Moon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they're just my comfort anime, and I don't want, like, anime gives me certain emotions depending on the anime, but they give me certain emotions, and sometimes I don't, like, I want that same emotion instead of something new. So I just rewatch old things that give me those emotions and just move on. But the thing is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is really fucking long. Even if you only watch the original series, it's really fucking long. And, like, it has, like, 4 different anime. There's the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Then there's GX, which I love. I love the 3rd season of GX. I like it. I hate the beginning of GX. It's boring. It's like Monster of the Week, Battle of the Week shit. But once it gets to season, like, 2, 2.5, and 3, oh my god, it's so good. Once, like, starts the... After the like, white light cult, after that, it's when Yu-Gi-Oh! GX gets good. Because, like, with the white cult, like, the beginning is just kind of Monster of the Week, then the second half of season 2, it's literally just them battling some dumb people. But then season 2 hits, and then they're like, the stakes are getting higher, but I just don't really like Aster. I think that's the same Aster, or the dude with the pointy ear, the pointy hair, and the obsession with the white light or some shit. That guy. Like, he's not that great of a villain. I just don't really like that season, but after that, when they start dimension hopping, that shit's the best. Like, I love the ending. I love just the entirety of season 3, where Jaden basically, spoiler alerts, but Judai basically becomes, like, he becomes, like, an evil king, and, like, massacres towns and people. He literally becomes evil, and it's so good. That's such a good turn of events. And everything happened because his boyfriend didn't make it back. It's so gay, and it's so good, and I just love it. Yu-Gi-Oh's, like, so good. And then 5Ds is probably one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Ohs, to be honest, because I just love the motorcycles and all that cool shit. And it's a lot darker. Even from the beginning, like, 5Ds is darker. There is a lot of missed opportunities throughout the whole story, because, again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is kind of a show that's made, aside from the original Yu-Gi-Oh!, the rest of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is basically made by, like, a week-to-week episode. They're not really made, like, throughout. Like, when it starts, when the first episode comes out, the show itself isn't even finished animating. Like, they're animating as they go, and that's not good, because, like, plot holes appear, and, like, stuff happens if you change it, and there's a lot of missed opportunities with 5Ds, especially 5Ds, because there was so much that could have happened. They kind of threw some characters out because of things that happened in real life, and it's a shame, because it's such a good show. It has so much potential. I still love it. It's still one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Ohs. I mean, the original is always going to be better because nostalgia. I love the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially the last season. The last season is so good. Oh my god, the last season. And Battle City. Battle City, it's his own thing, okay? Battle City is when Yu-Gi-Oh! Got good. And then it got better. And it's so good. And then there's Zexal or Zeal. I think it's called Zeal. Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal. But I call it Zexal because that's how it's spelled. It starts out really fucking boring because Yuma is just kind of an unlikable protagonist. But after, like, when season 2 starts, like, season 2 turns good. Like, the beginning of it is kind of like GX, which is kind of like your weekly, like, monster of the week shit. But after it gets, like, serious, it gets good. It gets really good. And then, after Zexal is Arc 5. I was like, 5Ds? No. Arc 5, which is the 5th Yu-Gi-Oh! Show, Arc 5. And Arc 5 started out so good. It was so good. And then it went downhill from there. It started out so good. The concept, the characters, the battle, everything was so cool. And then I don't know what happened. It just, the potential just dropped to 0 halfway through the show. Like, it started out so good. Like, my favorite character got no screen time. It was Yuri. I liked him. I liked his color palette because it's like pink and purple. And he looks really cute. But also I like his character because he's just like, I'm just here for the fun of it. I don't give a shit about good or bad. I'm just here to have fun and duel people. And he's such a dick, and I love him. I don't know what is it with me with liking that kind of character, because in the original Yu-Gi-Oh!, Seto Kaiba is my favorite character. He's an asshole. And who's my favorite character in GX? My favorite character in GX is probably Jesse. Or Johan. In the original Japanese Johan. He's my favorite character because he's gay. He's so gay. There's nothing about that man that screams straight. His ace monster is the Rainbow Dragon. It cannot get any gayer than that. And his relationship with Judai is so fucking gay. The two slept together. Literally, like, they slept on the same bed at one point. Like, they slept together. Like, they're gay. They're gay. They are gay. And there's nothing you could ever tell me that will make it any less gay. Like, I don't care. It is my headcanon that Judai and Johan are together. They are gay for each other and they love each other. And that's it. That's the whole thing. That's why I love 5GX. I'm confused. That's why I love GX. 5Ds, it's like, I love the motorcycles. I love the concept of card games on motorcycles. It's so cool. I love motorcycles already, but like card games on motorcycles, hell of a nice concept. I loved it. And then like I was saying, like Zexal with the, I like Zexal. It starts out, the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that it has a pattern. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a pattern. It's depending on how it starts, it's how it's gonna end. The original Yu-Gi-Oh! Started out kind of garbage. And then it got to Battle City, and then it got to the next arc, and then it got to the Final Memory arc, and it was good. So if Yu-Gi-Oh! Starts out good, it's gonna end garbage. If it starts out like garbage, it's gonna end good. So the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of started out as garbage, ended up fucking amazing. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX started out as garbage, ended fucking amazing. 5Ds started out as garbage, it started out really good, ended fucking garbage. Zexal started out really good. Started out really bad, and then it got really good. Arc 5 started out really good, ended like garbage. Reigns started out like really good, ended up like garbage. I didn't even finish Reigns, because I just was not interested in it. I was just not interested in Arc 5, the ending of Arc 5, because like, it was, like, I didn't even finish it. I didn't want to finish it, because it was just kind of annoying. And then, the new one, I haven't even started it, because they put the main characters like too young, and like I don't like it anymore because the main character's like what, fucking 8. Like the original Yu-Gi-Oh, like the characters were like 16. So they have like a higher level of maturity in the show. And I don't know, I just not interested in watching that one. They don't even have it on Crunchyroll, so I don't even know how I would watch it aside from like, you know, illegally. But yeah, I've been talking about Yu-Gi-Oh for like 15 minutes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyways, yeah, no, that's just me rambling about nonsense. I think this video is done. I think I'm just gonna end it here because I don't even know what else to talk about. Just work is a nightmare, life is a nightmare, school is a nightmare. I wanna die. I just wanna not wake up for a couple of weeks. Just kinda like disappear. I wanna be isekai'd. I wanna be isekai'd into nothingness. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go now, because I'm gonna go cry. Yeah, I'm gonna go cry now. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all that good stuff for the algorithm. And I'll see you next time. Meru out. Bye-bye.